This is Olivia and her pet donkey, Sophia. That's right, that's a donkey. Donkey, not a mule. There's a difference. See, a mule is the offspring of a male donkey and a female horse. They're almost always sterile, by the way. This is a donkey. Some people say burro, but a burro is actually a small donkey used as a pack animal. Probably the most famous burro is old number 7. He was owned by Mad Jack on that show Grizzly Adams. It was called number 7 because Jack had apparently wore out 6 burros before that. You know, fun fact, Jack was the same guy that played Uncle Jesse on the Dukes of Hazzard. Now it's come to my attention that not everyone knows the show Grizzly Adams. It only ran for 2 years, 1977 and 78. I grew up watching reruns on Sunday mornings. It was always in between Charles in Charge and Kids Incorporated. Kids Incorporated. K-I-D-S. If you don't know it, you don't know it, I guess. Adams was accused of a crime he didn't commit. So he escaped into the mountains, leaving behind the only life that he ever knew. Now that wilderness, there ain't no place for a greenhorn. His chances of survival were mighty slim. Weren't no time at all before he was beaten down, ragged, nearly starved. Long about then, he came upon a grizzly bear cub, all alone and helpless. Now Adams knew that that little critter couldn't survive without his help, so he started right down that cliff, risking his own life to save him. Let's stop right there. All right, if you're out in the wilderness and you come across a bear cub on a cliff, maybe there's a few questions you should ask yourself. Like, first of all, where's the mother? Could it have simply walked up the hill to the cliff like the beginning credits show it could have easily done? Or, if it did fall down there, could it actually climb out? It's a bear cub. That's what they do. That's why they have claws. That's what they climb with the claws. So I don't see why him risking his own neck climbing down when a bear could easily climb up. It doesn't make any sense. It's like calling the fire department for a kitten that's stuck in a tree. Are you really going to call firemen who are needed to fight fires and do stuff like that, heroic stuff, have them drive $1 million ladder truck out because Mr. Snuggles got caught in a tree? Oh no, he's so scared. Look out. He's meowing. Oh, he's shaking. He's shaking. Let me ask you this. Have you ever seen a cat skeleton in a tree? How about no? The cat got up there. Cat can get down. The cat has gravity this time helping him get down. So what if he falls? They always land on their feet. It's a fact. It's a fact. The same concepts with the bear. The only reason that he climbed down there was to get a grizzly bear cub and train it to be a harbinger of death to all that oppose him. Oh yeah, I'm Grizzly Adam. I've been accused of a crime I'd never committed. You're a bounty hunter. Somehow a bounty hunter shows up every week. Meet my bear Ben. Ben? Unleash hell on the bounty hunters. That's just how the show should have ended every time. You think about it, because this time, Ben is about the size of a Buick because he's been eating a bounty hunter every week on that show. That's what he does. The whole, wilderness should be strewn with bounty hunters. And I mean, here's the top half of the bounty hunter, here's the bottom half of the bounty hunter, because he met up with a bear, a grizzly bear the size of a Buick. In other words, every week, Mad Jack would come running in, I heard there was a bounty hunter, and Mad Jack always wanted to get flapjacks for some reason.
We got flapjacks for supper.
I don't understand that at all. There was a raccoon named Joshua, and there was Nakoma. That didn't make sense either, because he couldn't speak English, and they couldn't speak, and they would always talk back to each other, unless there was a guest, which somehow he lived out in the middle of nowhere, but there was a guest every time. And the guest would come, and they would have to translate with Nakoma. It didn't make any sense. The only thing that made sense is that he got that bear to grow up so that he had protection. The bear's like the mafia. That's how they should have ended every show. Bounty hunters, just blood and guts and everything, and Ben just walking along like he's the king. And then they could have run that beautiful music at the end of every show. Maybe there's a place where we don't have to run. Maybe living free in harmony, majesty. Take me home, country road. Sometimes you feel like you're stuck in second gear when it hasn't been your month, your week. I think it's leap year. What the hell are we talking about again? Oh yeah, Olivia and Sophia. Maybe I should have just stuck to the script. Let's see. Oh yeah. And now for a moment of aww.